Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Oh, baby, 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 baby. It is Tuesday morning, May 6th, 2025. It is 9:02 in the morning here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room here for a little UA in the AM, a little ripping and sipping. A little waking and breaking, wakey, eggs and breaky. It's your host here, Rip Camelucci, realizing that I look like the amazing Jonathan this morning. Not what I'm going with. Do you know who that is, Mike?
No.
The amazing Jonathan? He is a demented comedic magician. He's got several crazy documentaries about him. Go look up his Comedy Central Presents, but that's definitely what I've got going on today. He's insane. I'm your host, Rip Camelucci. This is my co-host and producer, Mike Napolitano. I am wired today. I'm feeling the love. The sun is in the sky. Maybe that's what it is. It's not the coffee, but it's the fact that there's actual sunshine beaming down upon my face, giving us all those good nutrients, like the sun. How did Superman recover? The sun.
Yeah.
The rays of the sun. So it's going to be a good day here, Mike. How you doing, dog?
I'm good. I was just about to ask you if it was the coffee or something else.
Nah, I don't
It's
think
the
it's
same
coffee today.
Yeah.
Same old coffee.
Same coffee. All right.
Even worse traffic than normal.
Yeah, it was a little tough getting
Yeah,
here
it was
this morning,
bad.
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
It was dumb.
But I'm happy I'm here now. I'm happy we're here now, and I'm happy that we're gonna be continuing on with some of the fun that you guys probably saw in the break room yesterday. We have that salsa series.
I don't know about that there, Mike.
Yeah. What?
I don't know about that there, Mike. But I
when
will
you can
say,
roll your R's.
what do you? I did with my ripping and sipping.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Of course, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. That's why there was the spicy, sexy salsa scale series, which
now
I
it is
made
Siesta de Mayo.
I made the executive decision to keep that as our chase wheel spin. So that's going to stay our chase wheel spin. We'll figure out what our dice roll is in a little bit here. But Mike, do you know, of course, what Cinco de Mayo is celebrating?
Mexican independence.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong. Are you serious, Mike?
What is it?
It's celebrating simply a single battle that was fought and won.
Yes.
Against the French
order
in
to
Pueblo.
Give them, yeah. Well, they
Their
had that
actual
later, but
independence is towards the end of September. And I know that because that's the day that actual Mexicans will celebrate.
Yeah.
As
they fly around with the flags on their cars.
Yeah, and I always denote that because it's also always Riot Fest weekend.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So growing up, had a friend who's half Mexican, and she would always make it a point. And at the time, I was like, "You're so obnoxious," but now I'm just like, "I love this."
Yeah.
'Cause I knew it. But hey, what else? What else do we know? What else do we know other than the oftentimes very wrong stuff we're taught? Anyway,
Yeah.
let's figure out what our dice roll gonna be. Enough history lessons here. How are you doing here in the chat, by the way? We're looking for 6 or higher, 6 or higher. That's going to be a 6. One and done. One and done. That's going to be a 6 on the dice roll. So, chat. Oh, I hope I haven't scared you off here, but I hope you maybe are just going to that break page and doing the dang thing, getting us started here. You know, there were several days where the chat, full on, man, it felt like they rolled out of bed and they had a mission. They woke up and they had a direction. They knew where they were going, and they bought the spots needed to be bought, and dreams came true.
Yeah.
You know? So let's have that same sort of conviction here today. I see that we are 3 away
Yeah.
in that salsa scale quad, which let's just, why, my oh my, let's just get right into our top to bottom rundown.
Might as well.
What a flow. How about even flare? Is Eddie Vedder here today?
Pearl Jam has entered the chat.
Yeah, Eddie Vedder here on the top to bottom rundown. Is that annoying yet?
No. Waking me up too.
Of course, we have our. Well, it's sending our viewership down the
Oh,
toilet.
no.
Yeah, it's.
That's terrible.
We were like,
you guys
half
don't
from what
love
we started
Rip.
with, and we
That's
started
unbelievable.
with 12. There's that Patrick Mahomes prize. We won't be drawing for this until the series is over. There are 3 headliners left of 4 boxes, so that's 75%.
I mean, have at it.
ratios
Like,
right
just
there.
go
Jeez
get
whiz,
it.
3/4. What the heck? What the heck do we still have in here? We got that Edward George, the Eddie George here on this Salute to Service 3.0 Tennessee Titans Speed Flex. Looking real fine. The Chase Young here on this sweet custom Saints Speed Flex here. That's just straight up dope.
That's somebody we don't see a whole lot in this break room.
That is also very true.
We don't even see a whole lot of Saints speed flexes, even though we get like Drew Brees quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's
That
awesome.
is true. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna love pulling that one. There's definitely like an extra pattern on that, or like a matte finish. It looks like.
Yeah, there's some customized stuff going on there for sure. Maybe there's let me just double check if we
Even
have
on
a
the
video.
auto on the top there.
There
It's
it
got that
is.
outline.
There's that video.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got that really cool outline on that sweet spot of the Speed Flex. And yeah, it just looks like it's some good old just dirty South texture right there.
I like
know?
that.
Here's what I want, man. If we're getting crazy with customs, I would love a Cash Money Millionaires Saints jersey. That's,
Okay, yeah.
Or even a No Limit Soldiers, you know, like one of those
Limit
old like how
Soldiers,
you know
yeah.
how like the album covers used to be with like
yeah.
Give me that. That'd be sick.
Cash Money Heroes.
Cash Money for the 99 and the 2000. Also, sorry if I'm a little hype. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but jeez whiz, come on, what are we doing here? There's also this Honolulu Blue Aiden Hutchinson on the authentic there. Hutch!
Very
That's a great
nice.
signature as well. You want to talk about dominant edge rushers. There you go. So
we know with 4 boxes that those 3 are for sure coming out. We're not sure what the 4th is. With that being said, with the Eddie George and the what's it called? What am I saying? The Chase
Eddie
Young, separate divisions right there. Aiden Hutchinson, separate division right there. So there's no double ups, which, with the exception of what we
The
don't
bonus
know
banger,
in that bonus banger box. But I mean, for the most part, it's pretty spread out. So
Yeah.
it's not like you have to buy into that quad and just get the one spot that's going to have all the prizes. it's gonna be spread across the board pretty nicely, but it could be spread across the board to you and you alone pretty nicely if you jump in and get multiple spots.
You heard him. It's spread pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm just being immature.
Spread like mayo. Spread like butter. Butter on a roll.
What else you want to spread there, Mike?
All right.
I'm serious. What other spreadable items are there?
There's peanut butter. There's jelly.
Sure.
I said mayo and butter. Call me butter because I'm on a roll. What else is there? You could do like a chocolate,
Oh, a Nutella?
like a Nutella style. Yeah, yeah.
An aioli? Would you spread an aioli?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could do that.
A remoulade? Would you spread a remoulade?
Sure. I'm gonna go with the yeah.
Here's our Black and Blue Speed Flex series. We dropped this on Saturday night at the beginning of the show with Joe, was it Saturday with Nick? No, it was with Joe because we were pulling mad heat, and then I don't know what happened. We still got 5 left in here with 7 boxes left, so that's crazy ratios. And again, they're all speed flexes, and with our Black and Blue series, you know the deal. It's our dented can series. Dented. What's dented? Dented can. Dinty Moore was a food provider. I don't know. They were food people. Anyway, yeah, dented can series. So you get some of our most premium helmets here at a discount. And what we have left here is still incredible stuff. The Julian Edelman. There we go. Julian Edelman on that like lunar chrome speed flex, absolutely out of control with that white and red, the color match.
I love the red
ink there. Trying to see if that's like, no, I think that's just a reflection. I couldn't tell if that was a reflection or in the visor or if there was like some custom stuff, but I think it's just a reflection. Also, still crazy in this series is the Steve Smith Senior Chrome Speed Flex. Agent 89, this is gorgeous right here. You get the two-tone chrome, as you could tell on the face mask. Absolutely gorgeous. Antonio Gates, Tanya, where you at? You still hanging around these days? Antonio Gates on the Speed Flex, clean. Look at that. Got that Hall of Fame inscription there. Beautiful Antonio Gates. This incredible Kurt Warner. All sorts. I mean, how would you even classify this one? This has got kind of like some also lunar, but like not chrome, but like not aspects. Incredible piece right there.
Like that.
And then the bonus banger, we got a Tony Dorsett. Tony Dorsett also, again, 5 headliners, 7 boxes.
And all of them are speed flexes.
All speed flexes.
That's crazy. So much speed flex overload right here. Or even just looking at the photo headlines.
So check that out. We got double and single at least on there.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
I said yes. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yeah, single and double.
What's next? Come on, down
Wide
the
open
line.
for you guys.
The NIL deal promotion is still going on.
Do I get some money?
You could win some Ultimate Autographs gift cards, some cash for Ultimate Autographs still left in that series. A lot of great names still left. CeeDee Lamb on the Boomer Sooner Authentic. We'll go to the video on this, but this is Jonathan Taylor, Midwest Madness with the Badgers and Colts going on here. Absolutely gorgeous. We also have, I said his name once already today. Let's say it again on that Matt Utes, Steve Smith Sr. Plenty of canvas for him to work on his artistry there. Look at that. Look at the
big sig.
The swooping on those S's. Absolutely gorgeous. And then five unphotoed headliners. Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Shady McCoy, Heinz Beans Ward, and Warren Moon. So we could have a mooning here this morning in the break room. Oh, let me go to that video for that, JT, because it's blasphemous how sexy this is. My goodness. That color match ink, got that sweet visor on there. Look at all this beauty. Look at all the beauty. Behold it in its glory. Yeah. Great work here by one of our custom artists. Fantastic stuff. Pardon me. Heinz Beans, I see you there, Ty. Good morning, Ty Percival. Welcome in to Lay Break Room. We're doing a little top to bottom rundown, a TBR, as it were. What we got here? Our vault, classic vault. We got the Puka Nakua on the Rave rep. We got one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and undoubtedly high motor on Lawrence Taylor there on the Jets authentic camo. And speaking of Giants, did I say Jets? I meant Giants. Speaking of Giants, we have Phil Simms in the whatchamacallit there, unphotoed headliner, bonus banger, hidden gems, double up opportunity in the vault. Also, not just the double up opportunity. So there's 3 headliners, there's 9 boxes left, but there's still the $300 and the $100 vault key out there as well. So package those up with those headliners. That's 5 boxes with goodness in them. Oh, good morning, gentlemen, yourself, Ty. Yeah, dude, just a heads up. I'm on one today. I'm probably scaring people away. We still got our 1 and 4 up in the mix. Up in the mix. We still have this Steve Smith Sr. Third time I've said his name today for a reason, because we got some insane Panthers lids and that one Utes lid with him on it. Again, one of the greatest, by far greatest wide receiver in Panthers history. One of the best fantasy wide receivers in my estimation, at least for my money when I was playing fantasy football. Look at this ding-dang thing. This is a rip. It's beautiful. It's got all the different dimensions going on there. It's got the custom clips, the bumper, all that good stuff. That's in the 1 and 4. That 1 and 4 has got some really cool stuff still in it. Mostly really cool stuff still in it. 27 boxes, 17 headliners. You made your coffee with Red Bull instead of water. I wish that were the case, but Ty, simply, this is natural, man. I'm just excited. This is actual enthusiasm. This is what actual enthusiasm looks like in the break room, baby.
I wouldn't question it if you did make your coffee that way.
Well, all right.
It would seem legit.
Right, wow.
I wouldn't
Y'all
judge.
just can't believe, huh? Y'all just can't believe someone could be this optimistic and looking forward to the day, attacking these breaks, ripping open these boxes, baby. Let's go.
And caffeine on caffeine on caffeine.
Okay. You can't just be excited about anything anymore. I swear to God.
Not
Kevin
allowed.
Garnett on the what? You talking back to me, Mike? Giving me lip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kevin Garnett on that trophy. I love these Larry O'Brien replica trophies, man. They have some real heft to them. Whenever you like someone passes you like a pen to borrow, and you like get it in your hand, you're like, oh, geez, this is a nice pen.
Yeah.
This is
ones that you have to get back.
Yeah. They will hunt me down
For sure.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. Like, first time I ever felt like one of those replica trophies is like, it's like, this is really nice.
Well, you know what they say, Rip? Anything is possible.
They do say that. He said that.
Yeah.
Indeed. Famously. Also famous, Sterling and Shannon Sharp on this Slate Flex dual signed, super unique piece with the Hall of Fame logo right there. Both Hall of Famers. How many brothers are in the Hall of Fame? They're probably not the only ones, I imagine, but still pretty cool. I don't even have a brother. So there you go. I couldn't even do that if I were Hall of Fame worthy. Erling Haaland, Man City's standout Premier League star, Erling Haaland. He's like Dutch or something. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Enough said, man. Like, it's Kareem. Skyhook. Lakers. Former points leader. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Heck of a little writer there, too. Little writer, like I've ever written anything. Roman Reigns on the Funko Pop with his Wreck Everyone and Leave shirt. So, hearkening back to his the beginning of his Tribal Chief era. Roman Reigns, future Hall of Famer there. Evgeny Malkin on that Pittsburgh Penguins helmet. Mike, watching more and more NHL playoffs this year, it only convinces me if we got some of those really, really, really sick custom goalie helmets.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any reason those wouldn't be as successful as a series here as anything else. Like,
You're not wrong.
I don't even care if you know the names or not. Like, you're going to be chasing those helmets for the artistry alone.
They're such a nice display piece, and
That too.
there's always that topic of conversation in all sports, but mostly hockey, where like they feel like guys don't get to showcase their personality enough because they're in these uniforms that everybody's got to wear the same thing and stuff like that. But goalies get to branch out from that and show their personality on their masks and have them custom painted artistry wise, just like we do with a lot of our speed flexes here in the UA break room. So yeah, if we had a couple of those, maybe even some of the top goalies. I know you said you don't have to know the names, but some of the top goalies on top of it. Whew. We've had Ilya Sorokin in here. I think we've had Andrei Vasilevsky. Maybe if Connor Hellebuck has a really good playoffs here and he just won a Game 7, stood tall in overtime, but plays like the Vezina Trophy winner that he is, maybe we get a Connor Hellebuck too.
Just above that is this Patrick Mahomes Vices, which is no longer available. That got pulled super early, actually. But as you can see right here, we do have this Patrick Mahomes. Actually, I'm going to go on the right. Okay. We do have this Patrick Mahomes, which is a prize in the, what do you call it? The Salsa Scale series, which we are still 3 away in the quad for that. So you get your entries here for this crazy Patrick Mahomes. If indeed you're looking for an insane Hydroflex Patrick Mahomes, we got you. If that's what you want, maybe make the salsa double for closing to get people to buy into that quad double wheel spin. It's already the wheel spin, which it wasn't even a wheel spin. That's the thing. If it were a wheel spin, you know what? Sure, why not? But made it the wheel spin. It's gonna stay just the wheel spin. Back to that.
Well, wait. If they're buying into the quad, Moses, that means that when I go to put those names in the wheel spin, I put those names in 4 times.
I think he's saying do 2 wheel spins.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I see your point there, but I see Brip's point more so. I'm sorry.
I wish that's how actual debates would happen from the moderators. I see your point, but I see his point more.
Yeah.
Point to Rip.
Yeah. We're already being generous.
Yeah. What else we got here? These jerseys. Stockton, Wade, Bedard, all licensed, baby.
Very nice.
And of course, we got this Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, as well.
Hey, he was pretty good, I think.
I was watching when you hit that Tatis. That was
were
fun.
you?
Yeah. I was it was right after our morning show. I was in the break room and I was watching on the TV in the break
That was
room.
a double up because we had the Ryan. Was it the Ryan Sandberg bat that came out? No, Bryce Harper.
It was the Harper.
Bryce Harper came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. What a win there. Tatis and Harper.
No worries, Moses. I didn't mean to kind of just dismiss it whole cloth or anything. It's a solid idea, and definitely I get one to close that and one to rally it around. But
think about this, Moses. We've got it as the chase wheel spin. We made it that. We didn't even spin the wheel. Also, the names get put in there 4 times, like I said, because it's a quad. Also, everybody in that quad, they're also getting a chance to win speed flexes galore or just prizes galore. And with how spread out we said, there's probably not going to be any double ups. So that means we're going home with 4 separate winners. Although if you buy in more than one spot, then that's the way you can double up. And maybe possibly a chase wheel spin on top of it. So the opportunities are endless.
In the secondary headliners in the 1 and 4, Aiden Hutch still out there, as well as in our Salsa Scale series. Jose Ramirez, Chris Webber, Stamkos, Don Mattingly, and Mark Messier still in the secondaries, as well as all those hidden gems. Salsa practice squad, man. Practice squad we got going on. 5 headliners, 9 boxes, beautiful ratio there in the practice squad. Ray Lewis, on that alternate matte purple, authentic, that royal purple. Terrell Davis still here on this alternate throwback Broncos authentic. Love that right there. Terrell Davis, never shortage for ink right there. Mike Evans on the Flash Bucks. Bo Jackson on that licensed home away jersey as well. Super sweet. And then Jim Kelly, unphotoed. All right. Here's our diamonds. We all know what's going on with the diamonds, all right? We all get it. It's just this Josh Allen speed. Oh, wait, excuse my mouth. It's just this Josh Allen speed flex? Excuse me. It's a Josh Allen speed flex, first of all. The reigning, defending, undisputed NFL MVP Josh Allen on a speed flex in the diamonds. You want a Josh Allen anywhere else? The only other place you could have gotten it at the moment, would have been the college on a Wyoming lid. So you want Allen on a Buffalo lid. Right now, speed flex, salute to service. Josh Allen in the diamonds. 5 boxes left, but as we always say, ain't no duds in the diamonds. You're getting full-size authentics at a minimum.
Yeah.
At a minimum. Josh Allen, 5 boxes left. Close that out. We get some fresh, shining, new, polished diamonds in the room, and you know, the verdant fields beyond. Yeah. So, oh no. Oh, we're gonna twist your arm to close this diamond, and someone's gonna have to end up with a Josh Allen speed flex.
Isn't that just the worst?
So yeah, there's the diamonds, and that's just you know, my 2 cents. There we go. Vault that Joyzies. We got the Joyzies. Dick Butkus back in the series here, as you see, but also Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase on that sweet orange one right there. Jim Kelly as well. He's also unfolded in the practice squad, but we got him on the laundry right here. Baker, the touchdown maker, Mayfield. Warren Moon. We could be mooned twice here this morning. Randall Cunningham on that. Ooh, the Eagles black. That's sweet right there. And then, as I mentioned, Dick Butkus. And in the unphotoed, Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, bringing back some devastating memories there of him just dominating wide receivers at the line, down the field, all of it. And then Robert Mathis also unphotoed. And finally, in our mini helmets, we still have in our headliners Phil Simms on that era-specific Giants lid for the minis. Josh Jacobs. Where's Josh Jacobs? Where'd he go? There he is, bottom right. Great signature there on the classic Packers lid, Packers mini. Sterling Sharp on the Flash Packers mini, which is, I think, very cool. And Jamar Chase. You could have seen me using this Jamar Chase as an example, explaining our mini-series on the Ultimate Autographs social channels. So there we have it. Boy, oh boy, not a whole lot of people here in the morning, but we're here, and we will make it worth it. You know, I don't want to give anyone the impression that it's been won. So I'll just leave it here. I don't want to put it right on the product.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is a really nice Mahomes.
It is really cool.
His logo both up top and on the little visor
It's
bumpers.
like an alternate version of his logo, because that's like the second style of his logo that I've seen.
Yeah. It's got the of course the P, but then the M. The M looks like almost like a Viking helmet or like a Golden Knights helmet.
All right, well, let's just show what you're looking
Ricky
at
would be
here.
proud. And then you got the hydro pattern on it. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's
Look at
that
thing.
logo, that cool custom logo. Where's the rag? Where's my microfiber?
Make sure that's all nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Beckett certification on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's got his name on there, Mahomes. That's always crazy to me. It's like, I know we get these custom ones here in the break room, but rather than put the team name on the back, it's specifically the guy's name. Imagine if they played in that.
Well, that's the superstars, man.
It's like, yeah, I mean, you're on another pedestal at that point.
I mean, if they did play in that'd be because, you probably alienate some of your teammates, so on and so forth. You're big time and whatnot. We've seen it time and time again.
But still, very nice. I also think it's kind of interesting that he didn't sign on the sweet spot on this one, just because maybe he wanted that sweet spot to still pop. But like he signs over here on the hydro right above the logo, which is also kind of a nice touch.
Also just might not be used to it because he also, he doesn't play in speed flexes. He plays in vices, so he might be signing more vices than Vicei?
Vicey? Versailles?
Versailles?
The Treaty of Versailles?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it wouldn't shock me if he was just used to just signing on the side there.
Yeah.
On the Versailles.
Regardless, very nice all around. Definitely a huge collector piece. We've also got these little cloth pieces in here so that it doesn't get damaged in travel.
Protecting.
Nice touches.
So how we doing out there, man? We got Ty, we got Moses in here. Thanks again for popping in the chat there. Yeah, let us know who we're looking for. I mean, obviously we do want that salsa scale quad 2 close. There's just too much left in it with too few of boxes, 3 headliners, 4 boxes. They're all right here. That quad will wrap it up. It's going to close. It's going to have to close.
Yes.
It legally has to close.
Yeah.
Those
are
I
the
don't know
rules.
about the legalities on that. I'm not a lawyer.
It's the rules.
But look,
Otherwise it goes to
those is
jail.
The rules. The break goes to jail.
It goes to jail.
Everyone
Legally, it has to close. Otherwise,
the people that had the 5 spots in that break,
it's a felony.
Jail.
Yeah.
Directly to jail.
So yeah, guys, as Rip was saying, there's 3 to go in that one. The rest of this break page is pretty much open. So maybe that salsa spot is a little too much for your liking.
Too spicy.
Or you just want the one spot to close out. I know everybody's waiting for that final spot, but listen, there's 3 spots to go. If somebody buys 2, it could go like wildfire. So we've got 6 spots remaining in the vault, and everything else is pretty much wide open. 1 spot taken in the minis, and 1 spot taken in the black and blue double box. So get in, show what you want to see broken by buying into the spots and then dropping a message in the chat saying, hey, I jumped into this, because maybe somebody else was thinking about it, but they're just, they're scared to be alone. They don't want to be in that break all by themselves and wait forever. But like, if you guys are on the same wavelength, it's time to team up. This is your break room. This might be the UA break room, but this is led by you guys. So make sure that you guys are collaborating. You know what you guys want to jump into together.
Collaborate and listen.
Exactly. Ice is on the mic.
With a brand new invention.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I was like, wait, what was the word? But yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of heat here in the break room today, so I'll just jump into pretty much anything that tickles your fancy a little bit.
I thought you were gonna say something like, if you want to show and I was just like, it's like
Not that early.
the size of your billfold. That's what I was looking for there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to splash the pot a little bit, so to speak. You want to talk about wanting it to close. Let's close it. Let's get in there.
Don't just talk about it.
Be about it.
Exactly.
Hot diggity dang on a
good motto to
Tuesday
live
morning.
by.
What else we doing here on a Tuesday morning? What are Tuesdays for?
It's for waking and breaking.
If not for throwing a little caution to the wind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Listen, I know I'm wearing a White Sox.
That's just how I feel about it.
I know I'm wearing a White Sox sweater here, but I promise we will get you the wins. There you go. Yeah, see, he's got ultimate autographs on, so we're good. And he's the one opening the boxes, so don't look at me. I'm just here. I'm just taking my L's in silence over here.
How was the game on Sunday that you covered?
It was good. They actually won. They were down 4-0, and they had a little help from the Astros pitching in the bottom of the 5th. Made it a 1-run game. They did get a hit in there too, but it helped when the Astros loaded the bases and walked in a run to start things off. But then the bottom of the 6th, Luis Robert steals his league-leading 16th base after knocking in the game-tying run, and that stolen base was all it took for Edgar Caro to hit a single, and then Luis Robert scores himself. So he is what goes down as the winning run to make it 5-4 because then the rain delay came in. So yeah, that was good. They just barely took that lead right before the game was weathered out.
And again, I do think that is why I am so energetic today, is because we actually have some sunshine.
Yeah,
and
sunshine is great.
clear skies.
It's going to be, I think, above 60 today. 73.
Yeah, it's going to get
is
hot.
what the high is.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So
I'm in for that.
So am I. I'm here for it. God, I can't wait to go to the beach. But we're in the break beach right here. That's where we are.
Yeah.
So let us know. Let us know where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to break. Holler at me. And we'll have a good time. We always do here in the morning, the UA and the AM. What do you want to see, Mike?
That's crazy because I was just thinking, I was going to say, I think I kind of gave away my answer to your everyday question of what I want to see is that Chase Young, because we don't see too much of that in there. I like the extra little pattern on there, that silverish gray finish on the Saints bucket. We don't, like I said, we don't see a whole lot of Saints. I'm gonna go with that. Plus, it's a speed flex. You can't go wrong with a speed flex. How about you? What are you itching for?
I want to see that Josh Allen salute to serve a speed flex because at this point I don't believe it exists. So I'm gonna have to see it come out of the box.
I promise you it exists.
Confirm it exists. I don't know. These are all like short. These are all what was it? The cat, Schrodinger's cat.
Oh yeah.
You
never know until you actually open
exactly.
The box. That cat can't be alive anymore.
Lids,
right?
Schrodinger's buckets.
You think you ever took that cat out of the box?
Well, that was the whole point, right?
But
It's a cliffhanger. That whole story's a cliffhanger, right?
Quite the cliffhanger. I hope he buried the box nicely because I hope it wasn't just some garbage man that found the box and then he decided to open the box and it wasn't a cliffhanger for him because at that point I know what's going on.
Well, at that point you just.
Actually, I don't know what's going on. If that cat was still alive, then that garbage man's eye got scratched out. Although the more likely of the options.
If the box with the cat in it and the cat were alive made it to the point where a sanitation worker is handling the cat box, so to speak.
That's assault, brother. They go after Schrodinger at that point. You threw away a live cat.
Yeah. Lock that dude up.
Yes.
Hey, Schrodinger, knock it off.
Terrible.
With your cat abuse.
Terrible.
So aside from the Josh Allen, also the biggest name on the board as well. Should be got after, if you ask me. But what do I know? I also, for aesthetics, would love to see that Kurt Warner in the black and blue. That Kurt Warner in the black and blue is pretty sick.
It is nice.
And looks really good. Yeah. Also looking really good. All of our ratios are outstanding. Again, that black and blue, 7 boxes, 5 headliners. The jerseys, about average, 23 boxes, 10 headliners. And again, diamonds, we've talked about the diamonds. It's just Josh Allen that's photoed, but 5 boxes, no duds in the diamonds. Vault, 3 headliners, plus a 300 and 100. So we'll bump that up to 5 boxes worth of ding dang. And then you got 9 boxes total. So that vault's going to be pretty sweet. Practice squad, again, 5 headliners, 9 boxes. Minis, 10 boxes, 4 headliners. College is lush. 12 boxes, 8 headliners. You're gonna be getting something. 1 and 4, 27 boxes, 17 headliners. And then again, the Salsa series, 4 boxes, 3 headliners, all photoed. Plus you get your entries for the Mahomes Hydroflex here. And again, you get rewarded with these excellent lids. But yeah, between the salsa scale and the black and blue speed flex, all speed flexes, might I add, those are going to be the ways to go for me and what I want to see. Also, that Jonathan Taylor speed flex in the college is banging. You want to do these personals? I see you eyeballing that tab.
Oh, I just happened to click on here because I don't see the Mahomes entries on a tab in here. We should
all
have
the way to your
names.
right, next to the personals.
Oh, they're on the. Never mind. Never mind. Usually they're on the other side of the Chase Wheelspin. I'm actually going to bring them over there just in case. No more speed flexes in the practice squad anymore. Not currently. You never know what happens in the next practice squad.
Well,
I think there were some decisions being made,
yeah.
though, that
I
we
think
are
that
going to
will
keep
be the
those
case.
in some of the other series instead, because that practice squad is kind of like it's kind of like that gateway for people where, like, you know, they don't want to continue buying up jerseys or minis, but they're not maybe ready to take that next step and play with the big boys in the diamonds or the
I mean, not
vaults.
that I would put it like that, but you know what I mean.
But I'm just being honest with them. But I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like the practice squad. I think the practice squad still has a lot to offer. It's just those things that it offers are a little bit more unique than the speed flexes, like a football or like some two-tone Bo Jackson jersey or some other things in there that you never know. But I think it's an okay decision.
I mean, the deal with the practice squad, it's our mixer series.
Yeah.
It's our intro mixer series.
Quite
Because
literally, yeah.
technically the Can't Miss 1 and 4, also a mixer series. But it's going to have the best entry price point for getting your shot at full-size authentics, first of all.
Yeah.
So yeah, between the full-size authentics, the variation of things you can get, and again, that price point, you get in the single, I believe, is $49, super accessible, and you could be coming away with a lid worth hundreds. So, you know, if not a few thousand, depends on who it is. Because again, so there's no speed flexes in there. You know, that doesn't mean that there ain't going to be the same quality of names in there as well. So yeah, the quality of signatures is still going to be top notch up in there. That's my only one I hit in usually. Man, yeah. I mean, you know, I think that might be the sign to you know, start kind of inching your way. Again, another opportunity to hit your speed flexes at a discounted rate. I would direct you to our Black and Blue series. Right now, it's an all speed flex Black and Blue series. A lot of times we'll have either all authentics, or a lot of people also love the half and half, which will be half authentics, half speed flexes. Now, yeah. And with the Black and Blues, obviously it's our series where the items have slight imperfections. You know, a scuff here, a scratch there, paint chipped here. If anything, honestly, so many times we're up here, we rip something out, and we're just like poring over it for like a minute, 5 minutes even, just like, I have no idea what the problem is here.
Right.
Maybe a little something here, maybe a little something there. But yeah, looking to stay on the speed flex level, those will be your best bets. So those Black and Blues when they come through. So take advantage of it when we have it here. So like I said, I know I'm personally looking forward to seeing that Kurt Warner. That Steve Smith Sr. is also beautiful. The Antonio Gates is clean as heck. And that Edelman is also super sick. It's the only one. I usually played them all, and the only other one I've hit in was the college. Well, I mean, that is kind of the thing about the games is, like, sometimes like one series will go cold, but you end up getting hot in another series. You know, it's a bit whack-a-mole. Did for Cinco de Mayo, did you have any whack-a-mole with your chips?
I did not.
No?
I did not. No. I didn't even have chips yesterday. I didn't do anything celebrating the holiday. But Jarrett, I mean, listen, man, I know there's a lot of superstition here in the break room, but I will tell you this. It's going to come for you. It's going to eventually, you're going to get a hit in one of these other series as well. You know, the law of averages, you just got to keep going in there, keep playing. But if you're playing the practice squad more or the college more because you've hit in there before, of course you're going to have more wins in there. Now, if you're looking solely for those speed flexes, you can jump into the diamonds or the vault or the can't miss. What else am I missing? Well, okay, you know, we have a special salsa sale going on right now, but you can jump into there chasing speed flexes, and eventually you're going to get a win in there too. It's just kind of the way it works. But if you still want to, I mean, there's still plenty of benefits to that practice squad. As Rip said, it's one of our mixer series. So it may not be a speed flex that you're searching for, but it might be a licensed jersey. It might be a football. It might be every once in a while. What else do we get in that practice squad? It's, I mean,
Slabs.
slabs. Yeah, I've seen slabs in there too. I haven't seen any cleats.
Yeah, there we go. We got
yeah.
Ty chiming in, letting us know that Mike actually got him a Heinz Ward lid.
I did. I was so happy for him, and he said 22 helmet losses. He was saying he hadn't won something since I believe it was it St. Patrick's Day or something like that, or
That's when we started. Jeez.
yeah, at least on this show. I think he's been in the winners bracket or on the winners sheet since then. I could be wrong, but Ty, don't worry. That's going to be the start of something really great. You're going to start getting in there. You're going to start winning some more stuff.
Well, and that's also the other thing is you do have to play to win. Like I
That's
hate
true too,
saying that, but it is like the basest, the most base principle of this. It's like if you are looking at that break page and you got covetous eyes on that Chase Young speed flex, like the only way to win it is to get in it.
Yeah, Ty.
And again, I'm not trying to come up with hokey rhymes.
No, but
These are just our times.
and Ty's a veteran here in the break room, so I know he knows what he's doing. So, like I said, one win, that's going to be a domino effect. It's going to spark a couple more for you here, my guy. I feel it. I feel it. Maybe it won't be, you had 22 misses in a row, won't be 22 hits in a row, but they're going to be sprinkled in there for sure. Like what I just say for Jared, it's going to be the law of averages, my guy. You keep playing like Rip said, it's going to hit for you. It's going to happen.
I think it also depends on how you want to structure what is actually left in Salsa from a gift card and helmet. Well, let's see what we got here.
Is there a gift card still in there?
I don't know where the gift card
I don't think so.
situation is with that.
It was the college series that we rolled these lottery bingo balls for the extra gift cards. I don't believe we're doing that for the salsa scale.
Oh, you know what?
And I don't
Hold
know
on.
if
Let
they
me
have
just
them in
double check here. Because, yeah, I think we do have an idea. Let me just try and find this in the breakdown.
While Rip is looking at that, I will let you know that the 3 headliners still in that salsa series are Speed Flexes in Eddie George and Chase Young, and an authentic in Aiden Hutchinson. But that authentic is that, what would you call it? Honolulu Blue Lions alternate, basically, right there. So it's a very nice hit. The Chase Young, also, we don't get a whole lot of Saints in this room, especially on a speed flex, especially decaled like that. It's got a little extra pattern to it. And the Eddie George is just very clean, very nice. Love to see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find, is that tracking that they have on the entries and whatnot.
They don't have any gift cards on the board here, so I'm wondering if maybe those are all divvied up or passed out. But it could be a Mahomes entry in some of those boxes instead. I don't know if that came with a gift card. I'll be honest, SMC, I was not watching along on the afternoon shows yesterday. Once I was out of here, so I'm not sure how that series is being run.
Wow, real committed, Mike.
Mahomes' entry also had a gift card. So what I'm guessing then is probably, don't take my word for it yet because we're double check. Oh, Ty's saying they're all gone. My guess would be if it's not a headliner, there would be something in there, but I don't know. I have on here 5 Mahomes entries. I have Robin Patton, Rick Beaver, Jeff August, Adam Hoffman, and Moses Cohen. So those are the 5 in there. I'm not sure if there's a 6th, but my guess is, with the 4 remaining boxes and only one of them being a non-headliner, if there is one more entry, one more gift card, it would be in that non-headliner. But, yes, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, so I'm wondering if maybe we only had 5. I don't know.
I don't know, man. We'll find out.
Let me see if I can see something on the break page. Hidden within this series are 15 helmets that are mild, medium, and spicy. Mild helmets receive 25 gift cards. Medium helmets receive $100 gift cards. Spicy helmets receive $125 gift cards. And an entry into a top spot drawing for a custom Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex. Okay, so What that tells me is we started off this series with 30 boxes, 15 headliners. The 15 non-headliners were split into mild, medium, and spicy. Mild were $25 gift cards, medium were $100 gift cards, and spicy were $125 gift cards. So what I'm seeing here is if we have 5 Mahomes entries, those are the $125 gift cards and the Mahomes entries already all divvied up. But if it's not a headliner, which that 4th box isn't, there is still one more gift card then probably, which would either be a $25 or a $100 gift card. I'm not sure what has come out. So that should be the case.
Yeah. Hey, we'll find out. Right?
Yeah.
So just
Yesterday, Common said it should be a $100 gift card left. That could be the case. I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't.
I'm sorry. We're not doing the helmet draw until it's closed. I'm not getting in trouble for y'all. I just got this job. Shoot.
Yep. You never know, though. Hey, we could be wrong, and we will go by whatever comes out of the box.
I'm not wrong. I'm standing on business. We have also left here this Eddie George Speed Flex.
Very nice.
The Aiden Hutchinson full-size authentic, and the Chase Young on the Saints there, custom Speed Flex. Yeah, shoot your shot. So that's what's in there.
And regardless of if the Brady entries are still there or the gift cards are still there, you're buying into a quad that has 3 headliners still on the board and a non-headliner that probably still has a gift card in there. So, I mean, it's more than worth your while because you're buying a spot that's maybe a little over 500 and you're either getting a $100 gift card back or a helmet that's probably a Speed Flex. So right there, already more than worth the 500 that you're buying in for, or that Aiden Hutchinson authentic, which is probably within that same price range. So it's really a win-win-win on top of the fact that it's also a win because it's our Chase Wheelspin.
I would love for there to be some winners this morning.
Win-win-win-win-win.
You know?
Yeah.
If we do go a whole show without a single break, what does that make the whole chat? There's not a single winner in the bunch.
Asleep?
What does that make them?
If they're sleeping on these helmets, they're
No, if
sleeping
they're not
in general?
winners.
I don't know. I don't want to say it, but, I see where you're going with this. If you ain't a winner,
You know, I'm not trying
You're
to,
not
to
a
go. I'm not
tire.
trying to go with the. I'm not, trying to invent the Don Rickles School of Sales here.
if
You know who
you're-
Don Rickles is, Mike?
there's no tying in the break room. Don Rickles.
Yeah.
Was that Always Be Closing?
No.
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 Which one was that?
Where's Jersey Slime? Where do I need him at? Break eveners. There you go, J.A.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, all right, fair. But there is no tying in the break room. If you break even, that means you bought in to win something worth that same amount of money. So technically, you've won something. I would love to get in on that quad, but just I'm lurking. You.
I knew it. That's why I threw it out there.
I guess tires
Yeah,
are
happy
kind
fuck.
of important on the Jeep, but if the girlfriend, you did something really nice for her, hey, sweetheart, can I jump in on this quad break? That's all I'm asking. Because then something nice is done for you. It doesn't have to be her money. It could still be yours, but hey, maybe she can return the favor after you just put tires on the
I
on
helped
the
your
Jeep.
4x4. Help my 4x4.
Yeah, that's exactly what a quad is, a 4x4. Well, it's really 8x4, but still.
I was
lurking.
gonna say back to the practice squad conversation. It's also like sort of strategically how you want to collect as well. When going about sort of building your collection, like a lot of times people start with just kind of PC stuff that means something to them or whatever. Yeah, you've seen Toy Story, right?
Oh,
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah. Okay, I know who Don Rickles is. Never mind.
But there's also the idea of building up your collection, acquiring these things that you want to keep, but then also acquiring things you want to offload and flip, and using those things to then fund the rest of your hobby / addiction /
Yeah.
fun times we're having here.
I feel like the quad, you can only break even if you win or any of those. Oh, win on any of those and with no double ups. That's why I just suggested a double wheel spin to close it out. I do see your point, right? That's what I was kind of saying earlier, but I think I see like the double ups are obviously good for the people who are winning the double ups. But I think there's better odds and people like the better chances of everybody being able to come out of that break with pretty much something, So if we have 4 separate winners between the 4 boxes and then also a chase wheel spin for a 5th person and also these Brady entries, then really you're only seeing like 1 or 2 people come away with no win at all whatsoever. Although it doesn't always work like that. And also, if you double up in there, if you get 2 spots, then you're increasing your odds exponentially for both helmets, 1 in the break. There's a gift card opportunity.
We also,
but then also the wheel
bottom line, we already have 5 spots sold in there.
Yeah.
It's going to break. It's just a matter of who's going to buy into it.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Don't break even with a rep and 100. Well, who says it's a rep, though? We don't know.
We are coming up on 10 o'clock in the morning here in the Ultimate Autographs break room. I might run a little top-to-bottom rundown again, the top of the hour and whatnot. But, yeah, man. What else has been good with you? You had a nice little weekend here. You did your Sox game, of course. We got some more chat. Yeah,
Yeah, Sox game was good. They did end up losing yesterday, though. I saw like everybody and their mother was at the Cubs game yesterday.
Dude.
I don't know what I know the Giants were in town. It was the start of the series, but I don't know, just a random Monday night, and everybody I knew was at that game. I was like, what is going on? Was there a giveaway or something like that? So that's cool. But this is going to be a very busy week for me. I have AHL, Rockford Ice Hogs, taking on the Milwaukee Admirals, who have had their number all year. This is the 1 seed versus the 4 seed. And the Ice Hogs, well, really they were the 5th seed, but they won that first round, best of 3 against the Wolves. That was a fun series because, you had Chicago versus Rockford. It was local. Now you have Milwaukee versus Rockford, which is still kind of local. But Rockford has yet to lose a game in the playoffs. They beat the Wolves 2-0 in that series in the best of 3. Now it's 2-0 Wolves against a team that, 2-0 Ice Hogs against a team that they, like I said, couldn't really beat all season long. So they 1-2 on the road. They come home tomorrow night. I will be at the game for that one. Thursday night, our Schaumburg Boomers are in action. Actually, Collins, King County Cougars are in action. So going to be plenty of minor league baseball going around just to kind of fill the void from our major league teams not doing so good. And by our, I mean mostly the White Sox, because it's unfortunate for a White Sox fan that the Cubs are doing good. I can't stand to see it. But yeah,
I got a little bit of a bone to pick as far as like the cross city rivalry.
Yeah.
Cause it's like you're in different leagues,
Yeah, it is.
Like how often are these interests conflicting really?
Six games a year, really, when they play crosstown, or the last couple of years it was 4, which I don't know why they shortened it to that, but I prefer the 6, the full-on 1 series at home, 1 series away. To me, it's always been like, the difference in the fan bases, and especially here in Chicago, like you have the White Sox that are kind of looked upon as like that unwanted extra stepchild, and it's just the Cubs get all the hype, even if they aren't doing well. And when the Sox are doing well, it's like, the mainstream media doesn't care. Shoulder. They forget about our 2005 World Series championship.
Is it a little bit
twice.
like a Don Draper meme of I feel sorry for you, I don't think about you at all? Kind of.
Yeah. But also in general, like, I think there's just, because of the rivalry that has been built, there's the annoying people on both sides that just continue to fuel it. And it's like, I'm tired of listening to those people, because it's like, I'm even tired of the White Sox fans that go all crazy about it or get super delusional and go, oh, we're winning the World Series this year. It's like, no, we're not. No, we're not. Like, unless the team is going to wire like the '05 Sox did. It's not happening. So, yeah, I mean, there's plenty. We could sit here for hours and dissect all of the different sides to it. But it's fun to have an intercity rivalry. I do understand the people who root for both teams because they're Chicago teams. But it's like at the end of the day, like you gotta in my mind, you gotta stick to like your squad. Like we only have one hockey team here. We only have one football team here. We only have one basketball team here. You stick to one squad there. So at the end of the day, even if you root for Chicago, and
we only have one. We only have. Do you understand the embarrassment of professional sports riches this town has?
Absolutely not, because we're not Boston. This is not Titletown.
No, I'm not saying as far as like
having
results,
the teams.
But I'm saying as far as like having the metro. You got more than one team in all these sports. Like I was just thinking about it today. Like St. Louis, they only have 2 sports. Baltimore only has 2 sports. Like
I would like to see the numbers on how beneficial it is to have a team in each sport versus how it actually because on paper it looks really good. Oh, look at Chicago as a sports mecca, but then like when you get down to it, like with all the terrible ownership here. How much does the losing on every single sport in Chicago lead to citywide, area-wide, statewide depression? This guy right here.
I think you may be over-indexing how much people should be putting into these things.
Right? Yeah. No. Of course, I'm joking. I'm not trying to make light of anything.
I think it's helpful to preface all of this with like sports depressed.
Right.
Yes. Sports hate.
Put a little
sports
asterisk.
love.
Put a little asterisk next to it because
just like the Thunderbolts.
Yeah. So
you didn't see Thunderbolts, did you?
I have not yet.
Okay. I'm hearing good things.
I didn't go see Revenge of the Sith, and I haven't seen Thunderbolts yet. I probably haven't been to a movie theater, and I know we have this conversation forever. I don't even remember the last time I was at one.
That's an interesting
Sox
thought
need to
by
go
J.A.
unite
there.
the city. Pay for your...
It could, Here's the thing, as an outsider, this may be blasphemous to say, but I'm an outsider. I don't know any better. I'm a Marlins fan at that, so whatever. Don't listen to me. But I always thought, and this is just as someone who was always very inconvenienced by a lot of the traffic, car and foot, and subway, or L as it were, that the Cubs always cause. And there's always been conjecture and talk and rumors and scuttlebutt, about this team moving out to the suburbs and stuff. The Bears moving out to Arlington Heights. Oh no! What are you going to do with Soldier Field at that point? It's just for the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the fire would be able to withstand.
Exactly. You're going to build another airport there? But for the Cubs, really seems like most of their crowd coming in from the suburbs anyway.
Yeah.
It really seems like best use for that stadium. I know they just, refurbished it, but it'd make a great museum. It'd make a great concert venue. It already does make a great concert venue.
It does, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be 2 great ways to serve 2 great audiences. You bring the Cubs out to where their audience is anyway, and then you still commemorate and memorialize everything that was while still having awesome concerts all summer. I don't know. I mean, I'm not on the city commission. What do I know?
Jay August saying Soldier Field is a landmark, which is why the Bears got screwed in their stadium.
Right.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah.
He also said, I pay for your stadium in taxes, and you barely show up when you guys suck. And yes, that is true, but I will commend White Sox fans for this. I understand that Wrigley is a landmark, so you're going to have the tourists that come through no matter what. So it's impossible to run a boycott. But when you have such bad ownership, i.e. those taxes that you're paying, don't point the finger at me, don't point the finger at the fans, point the finger at Jerry Reinsdorf. And so...
Jerry Reinsdorf?
Yeah. So
I'll say his name.
So when Sox fans don't show up, they're putting their foot down saying, we're not going to stand for no product on the field and you still trying to siphon money from us, you know? And I respect that. I do. I see that side of things a little bit more because we see it with a lot of teams. We see it with the Bears. I mean... Listen, I know Jay August is also a Packers fan too, so like he's going to differ on both accounts here with me. But like the McCaskies have profited off of the fact that the Bears have just been, such a popular hot ticket item for football lovers because the NFL is so big, because it's the only team in town, and people love them and have an unconditional relationship with them. And it's like, yeah, but like if they go 0-16 and the stadium's still packed, like you're not sending a message to management that something has to change here, because you're saying, oh, we'll still stand by that, and they don't mind as long as the dollars are rolling in. So
Yeah.
I'm a Chicago fan, but they're cheap.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, all the teams really are,
As a Marlins fan and as a Orioles fan, like I see it as well. I've seen it with the Marlins my whole life. We win a World Series and then sell the team. We win a World Series and then sell the team.
Yeah.
Again.
So it's true, Jeff. Sometimes you do.
Sports.
Sometimes you do, but when you do every single year and you only have 5 playoff series wins to your name, and that would be the 3 in 05 and the 2 World Series that you won in 06 and 17, like in 125 years, that's all you have to show for it.
The main like again, as far as like being cheap, like it's one thing if you're the Marlins, being cheap with a team that has like no history or whatever, but and it's also like South Florida, whatever. But like Chicago is supposed to be a serious city.
Yes, it's supposed to be a big market, even though it's split between Cubs and Sox. Like I'm not saying the Sox should be making more than the Cubs, but they should have relative to the amount of success. And I will say this, Jeff August, we do, because both of us, we got 3 rings. So we're even. We're on a level playing field, despite how much more tourism and fans and money and all that stuff gets put into the Cubs. Those Ricketts aren't really putting it back on the field too much, are they? Let's go sign Kyle Tucker, right? So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you have. It really is the tale of two cities. You have the rich on one side, you have the poor on the other, yet somehow they're equal.
Wow.
Isn't that just poetic?
Wow.
It's poetic in a terrible, screwed up fashion. Because you know what?
That's sports, baby.
You know what?
Sports
I will
is
tell
poetry
you
in
this.
motion.
I will tell you this, as diehard of White Sox fan as I am, if the Ricketts were a better the Cubs with the Ricketts were a much better organization to back, and they didn't say every year, oh, we barely break even. And I'm not saying I would have jumped ship, but I would root for the Cubs more because yes, it's a Chicago team and stuff like that, and I would definitely sit there and be like, you know what? At least they're doing something for their fans. But look at how many of their fans are in the same boat as White Sox fans, where they're like, we haven't seen the whole 2016 World Series team is gone. They won't re-sign the big names. They sign a manager. Well, Craig Counsell's doing well for you now, but they sign a big ticket for that. I mean, the money is mismanaged a little bit, and that's going to be in every organization. But for Chicago as a whole to not be represented well championship-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, both of these teams have been around for over 100 years, and there's only 6 rings in total to show for it.
Yeah.
Not acceptable.
I mean, and again, you could say that, again, we're just repeating ourselves at this point. But, yeah, it's got to be frustrating, especially, again, we're Chicago. Like, we should at least be in the conversation competitively every few years at least. But I will also say, because I know the chat's going off and everything,
Yeah.
last thing I'll say on this, and then I want to do a rundown, and we also have some personals I want to do.
Yeah.
But as far as the Sox go, again, fully outsider, I do appreciate, and I'm so sorry, Mike, I do like when the Sox are bad because they will be the cheapest seat in town.
No, I mean, yeah.
And it is a great
Great way to go see them. Are you going this weekend?
No, I am going to the Cubs Marlins on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it is my favorite stadium to just get in for $2.
Yes.
And because they're bad, you don't have to pay attention. So we'll just walk around the stadium.
Go get the food. The food's great.
Food's good. Drinks are good. We do a little stadium crawl is what we do.
The stadium
little
itself,
corridor crawl.
The stadium itself doesn't get as much respect as I think it deserves because it is a really nice stadium as well. I will be there to see your Marlins on Saturday. I'll be press for the White Sox, for WRMN covering the White Sox. I'm thinking about doing a triple header on Saturday because we have press accreditation to both the Fire and the Stars.
Wow.
I might start my morning off. Well, I'll start my morning off with my radio show, but then I'll zip over to Bridgeview, go watch the Stars. zip to Soldier Field, go watch the Fire, and then zip over to guaranteed rate field now, just to
we don't want to make any guarantees.
Comiskey. It's Comiskey.
We're not going to make any guarantees.
Comiskey. Yes, Ty Percival. I saw Dylan Cease's debut for $2, and you know how that happened? I bought $2 tickets to an April baseball game that got snowed out. It was going to be myself and my mom were going to go, and she's not even the biggest fan. I was like, hey, you just want to go to a game? Like, we got nothing to do on a Saturday. Okay, sure. Well, as soon as I bought the tickets, I'm at work on a Saturday morning on my previous job. It starts like snowing like crazy, and it wasn't even really in the forecast. I was like, nah, it's a reason not to go to April baseball. Well, so since it got snowed out, they're like, the makeup day is in May, like mid-May, I think it was, and it turned out to be a doubleheader. And if you had tickets to the one game, they just kind of let you stay for the other game. And we didn't stay for the second game, but the first game was still White Sox versus Tigers. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see if the pitching matchups are the same. Oh, no, they're not. Who's this Dylan Cease guy? I've heard about him coming up. Sure enough, he gets his first win in his debut.
Nice.
And it was a great showing. But those tickets were $2 for nosebleeds. We did not sit in nosebleeds because it's the White Sox,
Yeah,
and you could just walk right down to 100 level.
You're a fool if you do.
So
My $2 ticket story was I had a couple buddies coming in town on some cheap Southwest tickets, and they were just like, "Hey, man, what do we want to do for tonight?" I'm like, and I hopped on one of the ticket apps. This is like before game time.
you got $1?
And it was like, yeah, straight up, like club seats for like $2 each.
Right.
I was like, I don't even want to go to a Sox game for $2 each, sit in the club section. They're like, yeah, let's do it. And it was a great time.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic time.
Yeah, we didn't stay for that second game, but it was a walk-off, a 10-9 walk-off win for the White Sox. So they won both games of the doubleheader. And it was just it was a great day. I went home to watch the second game on TV. We were like, we've been out in the sun
They'll
for a
have
little
some
bit.
fireworks sometimes. Good stuff.
When White Sox tickets are cheaper than minor league team tickets, like Boomers, Cougars,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, sell the team. And I understand, like, I go after Jerry Reinsdorf. I understand that right now it's the Ishbias that mostly own the White Sox, and I was really hoping for a change. And I think that change is coming. It's just going to take a lot of time to wash away the stain that's been
Well,
on
if he
this
attacks
team.
it any way that Matt Ishbia attacked, the Phoenix Suns, then
I
I
don't know about that.
apologize.
Yeah.
I don't look forward to that for you.
We will see.
Bobby Boulay here. You may have hated his guts for being a total jerk for so many years, but every sports franchise would want George Steinbrenner owning their team.
Yeah, I
I
guess
want the
so.
version of George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld owning my team, voiced by Larry David.
yes.
Costanza.
The
Robert
one that for some
Patton.
reason he's hiding under his desk.
Absolutely. You're going to find me doing that here eventually. The Marlins are still doing better than the Mariners. The owners like to live on that season in the 90s where they beat the Yankees in the playoffs.
Oh God, yeah.
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 Cool. All right. Well, seems to be a good time right now. We're almost at quarter past the hour. Let's go ahead and do a couple personals that we have here.
Yeah, might as well. Let's see. We've got personals for both Joseph Gates and Daniel Seeden. Joseph, yours was first, so we'll do yours first, and then Daniel Seeden. If you guys are in the chat, I know these were probably purchased either overnight or yesterday and didn't get to them. If you guys are there, though, let us know. Let us know quickly, though, because we're going to go quickly to the wheel, and then we're going to make sure that we get that number for you, pull out that box for that rep. First one's a rep personal for Joseph Gates. Daniel, you have a mini personal. Mini personal. You heard George's clock thinks it's a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby, man. Those Knicks last night in overtime. I gave up on that game. I'm not going to lie. I was watching that game. They got down by like 20. I'm like, all right, babe, you want to catch up on Last of Us, The Rehearsal, which, by the way, The Rehearsal continues to be the most insane show to ever hit airwaves. My God. There were several moments we had to rewind because we were laughing so hard. Holy crap. But yes.
Which is
The Rehearsal.
The Rehearsal.
The
okay,
Rehearsal.
okay.
Truly.
Because you said The Last of Us too, right?
The Last of
I was
Us.
like,
as
wait,
well,
that
yeah.
one's funny. I'm like,
No. The Rehearsal's
I was like, what are we-
insane.
I gotta catch up on.
But
The
yeah,
Last
those
of Us.
Knicks, man, scaring some light. Hopefully they're scaring the Celtics there because they need to be woken up.
Yeah.
Not that I want the Celtics to win, but whatever. Yeah, I'll get the wheel spins ready because I doubt that they'll be in here with us.
Yeah. So Joseph, we're gonna spin for yours on the reps. Reps are, of course, out of 35 guys, and we have 31 boxes out of the 35.
Well,
14
let me just
headliners.
double check here. Let me just see.
Those headliners: Bo Jackson, Kurt Warner, J.J. Watt, Warren Moon, A.J. Green, Antonio Gates, Warren Sapp, Patrick Willis, Ricky Williams, Nico Collins, Jamison Williams, Kyron Williams, and then secondary headliners Jalen Carter and Frank Gore. A lot of W's in this one. Warner, Watt, Warren Moon, Warren Sapp, Willis, Williams, and Williams.
All right, so for Joseph Gates, here's the spin for your rep personal. Box 20. Box 20 in the reps. We should. It is on the ticker. Good luck getting those reps because they're in an inconvenient spot. All right. Well, we got Mike bringing that rep personal on in here. While we wait, let's just go ahead and head on over to our break page right here. I'm going to hit it with a little refresh. Here's our Salsa series. Here's the Mahomes Speed Flex. That is the prize de prize. Also still in there, the Chase Young Custom on these Saints, on the Saints Speed Flex there, custom. Absolutely gorgeous. Aiden Hutchinson, excellent signature there. Wonderful standout edge rusher for the Detroit Lions on that Honolulu blue. And then also on the Salute to Service 3.0 Winter Soldier style, Eddie George on the Tennessee Titans lid. Tennessee Titans. Double box break here. This is the Black and Blue series. Black and Blue, all speed flexes, even the unlisted. Julian Edelman still available. Steve Smith Sr., Antonio Gates, and Kurt Warner all still available there. All right, let's get to breaking this rep personal. Box number 20. Here we go. Best of luck.
Let's see.
Oh, feels good just to open a box.
All right.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Bit of a younger player here. A defensive lineman, defensive tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, Milton Williams, on that Super Bowl champs Eagles rep right here. Got the Beckett QR code certification right in the back. Here we go. Milton Williams
Very nice.
for the Eagles there. Super Bowl champ.
I love the Super Bowl champs logo on the
Right?
side of that. Even though it's a rep, guys, I mean, this is what you could have on that rep that makes it just that much more flashy.
Yeah.
They have the eagle, because I know oh yeah, it has the wing on the other side.
Yeah.
Because the Super Bowl logo is taking up the one. Very nice, very nice. Joseph, that was your rep personal. Hopefully you get a chance to come back and watch this if you're not here with us at the moment. We will move on to Daniel Seeden. He has a mini personal. So we'll get a mini box opened up. We have 10 minis, 4 headliners. So who knows? I mean, that's 40% chance at a headliner. Got some decent ratios going on there. That'll bring us down to an odd number, though. So we'll either be then pairing the next mini series or, hey, you never know. Somebody else could buy a personal. Get us down to 8. It's a quick way to get a win. Buy that out.
Nice little dub.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Alrighty. I'll go to the wheel for the minis. And we don't have 26. The next closest would be 24. All right, here we go. Box number 24 in the mini personal for Daniel Seaton. See what we got. Ooh. Little flashy washy action going on here. For the Saints, Darren Sproles.
Ooh, okay.
Classic modern day scat back there. Darren Sproles. Heck yeah. Awesome job there, Daniel.
Very nice.
There we go.
On a flash, too. Very nice.
How we doing otherwise over there, Mike?
We are all caught up here for the moment. Guys, if you want to buy into those spots, I would definitely do so before the noon show. You don't want to lose spots to somebody who didn't wake up as early as you just in order to buy in and win some prizes. That would be, honestly, the worst feeling in the world is, oh, wow, that was on the table for me and I just didn't pounce on it. So I would say to get a spot in probably something that is already moving a little bit. We've got one person in the jersey. We have one person in the mini helmets. We have one person in the single practice squad. We have two people in the vault. We have one person in the black and blue double box. And like we were pushing earlier, we have 5 people in the salsa scale quad box. I know some people were saying, they don't like the quads to end a series, but guys, there's 4 boxes and 3 headliners. There's 3 spots left. 5 people have already determined that it is well worth jumping into because they're going to get a chance at a headliner and possibly a chase wheel spin and definitely possibly a chance at this Patrick Mahomes once the series closes out if they're one of those 5 spots, or even just a gift card. I mean, the opportunities are just there's a slew of opportunities in this series.
Speaking of opportunities,
you got to get in there.
We still have several NIL deal tickets in the college series, so there are more gift cards out there. We got CeeDee Lamb on the Oklahoma Sooners, Boomer Sooner lid. We have this Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex, Rip Speed Flex, Colts, Badgers still out there, as well as the Steve Smith Sr. on the Utes, and then a ton of secondary headliners, all of them still available. Brian Thomas Jr., Shady McCoy, Hines, Beans, Ward, Warren Moon, and Timmy Brown, Heisman Trophy winner. In the vault, we've got Puka Nacua on the Rave Rep, and Lawrence Taylor on that Giants camo in the vault there, as well as the $300 and $100 vault keys. The 1 and 4, we still got all these licensed jerseys, Stockton, Wade, Bedard. We still have Jackson as well on a custom. The Sharp Slate Speed Flex still available here. Double signed, Sherling Shannon Sharp. Steve Smith Sr. Speed Flex still out here as well on that Rip Custom. Beautiful piece. Evgeny Malkin, Roman Reigns, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Erling Haaland, Kevin Garnett, legends, all legends, stars, luminaries of their particular sports in their field. Hutch, Jose Ramirez, Stamkos, Don Mattingly, Chris Webber, Mark Messier, all secondary headliners. Insane. Don't tell them that. Practice squad. We got that Ray Lewis on the Authentic up here. That alternate Ravens lid. Beautiful. Terrell Davis, alternate Broncos throwback. Gorgeous. Mike Evans on the Flash Bucks right there. And Bo Jackson, that is a licensed two-tone home and away jersey right there. In the diamonds, if you've been watching the last few days, you know that Josh Allen Salute to Speed Flex still begging to be pulled, as well as 4 other bonus bangers, hidden gems, diamonds in the rough, so to speak. Jerseys, Dick Butkus still available. Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, Warren Moon, Jim Kelly, Randall Cunningham, all there, as well as Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis. And in the minis, still there, even after pulling a rep personal, or just a mini personal, Phil Simms on that era-specific Giants mini. Sterling Sharp on this flash. Josh Jacobs down here on the classic. And then Jamar Chase, the best wide receiver in the game right now. So there we go. That's what we got here in the break room. Let us know. You know, y'all had nope. Yeah, hey, here's what I love, man. I love how honest this room is. They let us know how they're feeling a lot today. And it's as simple as this. Feel free if you don't like the way your break looks. We have many other series to buy into, so get in on a little something you maybe otherwise wouldn't have gotten in on. You know, mix it up a little bit, get a little spicy. You know, like the said salsa. So there we are. Just went and linked the break page in there for all of us to enjoy and partake in. That's what I did. So, Mike, I think I'm going to go make a rip stop.
Sounds
if you
good.
don't mind.
I will take over
Hold
for
it
you.
down.
Yeah, guys, as we said, there's plenty to be had on this board. I know that some of it may look enticing, but you're maybe on the fence. You're like, maybe I'll wait till the next series comes out, or maybe I'll wait till the next box comes out and see if it gets pulled. Don't wait. Get in now. That's how you play the game here, right? Like let's be honest with you guys. This is a game, and some people know how to play it better than others. Like, you can be one of those people that starts to learn the trends, but you have to jump in. You're not going to be good at football unless you play football. You're not going to be good at hockey unless you play hockey. You're not going to be good at baseball unless you play a bunch of baseball. You got to get in here, get those reps. Even if you want to jump in the smaller stuff, like the minis. I mean, look at the ratios just got a little bit better in the minis. 9 minis, 4 of them are headliners still after that we did that personal. So that's almost a 50. That's better than a 50-50 shot at, well, no, I'm sorry. I can't do math this morning. It's like a 48% chance at a headliner. Plus, we open 2 boxes at a time. Considering the fact that we're on an odd number too, unless somebody buys a personal, I would actually consider it probably a better than 50% chance at a headliner because of the fact that we pull those 2 boxes. We get down to 1, we probably pair it with the next mini series that comes out, and then you have all of those headliners to pick from in that second box, in the split break, in that paired break. But as Rip was saying earlier, I mean, these ratios are off the chart. 8 headliners still in the college, 12 boxes. There's double up opportunities in there as well. We went over those the other day, so you guys can definitely jump on in there. But like I said, the minis, I would even jump on in the jerseys. 10 headliners in 23 boxes, and our jerseys have been hot lately. So even those other 13 boxes could be something that you're chasing. We've got somebody jumping in for, looks like a jersey personal. So we'll get a jersey personal. Chris McKnight, if you're here, we've got your jersey personal. Let us know, my man, if there's a specific number that you would like. Let me put you in here real quick, my guy. Yeah, if there's a specific number you like, it's going to be the same numbers that are going down on the bottom of your screen. That ticker right down there, those jersey numbers in there are the same as the jersey personals. So you could pick from any of those numbers. If not, Rip and I will maybe go to the wheel. We do have a jersey personal.
Oh.
So I don't know if we want to do it in here now. But, I mean, it was just bought now, so I'm guessing they're lurking somewhere in there.
Whoa! The best viewers on Streamboo? Get out of town!
Let me just double check. That was paid, I believe. Yeah, that was paid.
Is Chris McKnight here with us? Is Chris McKnight in the room with us?
I don't know. I was asking. Chris, let us know. We'll get to your Jersey personal. We might as well, right?
Yeah.
We just did two personals already. Might as well do another.
Hey, sometimes in the morning you just got to get personal.
Exactly.
I see we're also 6 away in the vault single.
Yeah.
That's that's not nothing. All right. Sports, am I right? It is the bottom of the hour here, 10:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And the Ultimate Autographs live break room here from Chicagoland, Illinois. I'm your host, Rip Camelucci, along with my co-host and producer, Mike Napolitano. We're rocking and rolling here on a Tuesday morning, having a good old time. Some solid, there you go. Some solid conversation. What else? Just before we went on air, they dropped the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, which we were not able to watch.
Isn't that not coming out till next year, though?
It did get
It got pushed
delayed.
back again.
It did get delayed to 2026. It was supposed to come out this year. It was, one of the only things we had to look forward to this year. But guess we're going to have to wait till next year.
Yes.
I do look forward to seeing a stunningly accurate portrayal of South Florida. South and Central Florida, to be honest, from what it looks like. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to from this iteration of the game. You a big Grand Theft Auto player? You a big video game guy, Mike?
Not really. I've played Grand Theft Auto a couple of times and stuff like that, either on a friend's or on my own, I guess. But yeah, I'm not the biggest video game guy. I'm not even like the biggest like NHL or FIFA guy or
Okay.
MLB The Show. And those are my sports.
Yeah.
So like if I was to jump on video games, it's probably a sports related game. Mm-hmm. But I don't have time.
Yeah, dude.
It's either
it's the
that or
time.
sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the time is gone. I went out of my way to get a PS5, and I have not been able to properly use that PS5. I've played a little NBA 2K here and there.
it's just shelf decor at this point, right?
It's a Blu-ray player at this point,
Yeah.
more or less. Yeah, it's very frustrating, but it's that time I truly do not understand where adults my age and older just play.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Because you get that stuff that you do like at hours on end. Where do you have
Right.
even 1 hour? To
Yeah.
stay? I'm either at press, I'm doing show notes, I'm doing radio show, I'm doing interviews, I'm doing this.
Not
I'm
even
working,
someone who's trying to
working out.
bolster a burgeoning sports media career. I'm just talking regular Joe Schmoes.
You work a 9 to 5, you're exhausted afterwards. You got to eat something.
Yeah, it's going to be an hour commute home.
Yeah.
You figure out what you're doing for dinner if you
day's
haven't
gone.
figured it out already. If you got kids.
I was just about to say, yeah,
Like-
if you got kids, then yeah.
The fact that I have so many friends that have kids and still play as much video games as they do.
We're on the same wavelength today. It's so
Dude,
weird. You were about to ask me what I want to see out of there.
Yeah,
I was
man.
about to make the point of if you got kids.
group mind is what we call it.
It's crazy.
We
We hang out a lot now. Tuesday
yeah.
through Friday. So
It's impossible.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No, well, truly, it's impossible to not build bond if you got to talk this much with people.
I'm just going to sit here and mute from now on. No, I'm just kidding.
It's fine. You're gonna learn I can talk to myself a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I truly don't understand where it goes and how it happens.
Right?
That they're able to still just get all this gameplay in. I would love to.
Nuts.
I've got games still in the wrapper, man. It sucks.
That was me when I grew out of my Lego phase, where I bought a couple of Lego boxes, and I think there was some Star Wars ships that never made it out of the box. They were just, which I mean, if they're in the box, I guess they are worth probably a little bit more money, right? But at the same time, I'm probably not selling them. I'm probably just gonna have them sit there forever and
Yeah.
ever and collect dust at this point.
Lego's one of those things where it's once I actually get over the hump to build Lego, have a great time.
Yeah, right.
But it's that initial
it's coming back for adults. Have you seen that?
oh, dog, it's been back for
I know,
adults,
but,
man.
it's
It
crazy.
has been back in a big way. Whenever we go to the flea, there's always multiple vendors there set up just selling Lego bricks and minifigs.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
You know, plenty of athletes build Lego. Miles Turner, big Lego guy.
Yeah, actually, so funny enough, where's Miles Turner now?
Indiana. He's still in
Still in
Indiana, yeah.
Annapolis? Okay. So my cousins actually go back and forth with him on Lego sets
There you go.
and buildings. Like they literally have him on speed dial, which is crazy.
That's
And,
wild.
Like, I mean, these are cousins of mine that, like, you know, they their parents have like season tickets to a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
like, they're around the sports world and they're around athletes a lot and conventions and getting signatures and stuff. But yeah, they have Miles Turner on speed dial and like swap Legos with him, which is crazy.
You know what the one subset of collecting that I'm still trying to crack and like figure it out and like how it is still going and like the type of guy that collects this as well? Hot Wheels. Hot Wheel collecting is very popular.
I know a guy that I went to high school with. He still goes to my gym. He still collects Hot Wheels, which I
Yeah.
mean, hey, to each their own. I respect it, but
There's like all sorts of little things to
went
look
through that
for,
too.
like the rubber wheels, the die-cast metal bottom. Like there's all these like little indicators that like, you know, show
crazy.
status or whatnot, or like, you know, rarer versions and what have you.
I grew out of Hot Wheels probably right before 10 years old, maybe. I don't know. I'm somewhere in there. Cause like, you know, I grew out of like collecting them early on, but then you had
Same,
like
yeah.
the different TV shows that were out that I was.
Yeah, you know, I'll pick up a Batmobile Hot Wheels, you know, if I see one
Oh,
that I
yeah.
like or
There's
something
that
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, also another large, like outsized presence at the flea are Hot Wheels stands. And like take a trip to any toy section at any Target or Walmart, and you're going to find a human adult man looking through the Hot Wheels. You'll
That-
also find me, a human adult man, looking through the wrestling figures
That,
and the Ninja Turtle figures. And, you know, probably I'll check out and see what they got in the Marvel figures, and then I'll go to the collector's section and see what they got as far as other turtles and stuff like that, if they have any Ghostbusters. But you'll find, let me judge this one man
If I didn't
from
live,
my glass house.
if I didn't live in the generation that I live in, or see like a couple of the generations before me doing all the same things, that statement would concern me so much that like a grown man is just
In the toy section.
still in the toy section, just
Yeah.
shopping. It's a little creepy, a little creepy.
Well, it's not our fault.
But-
The generation before us robbed us of our childhood before we were done with it.
Yes.
And so now we're trying to reclaim it in many healthy and unhealthy ways possible. Just look at
Emphasis
my
on
office, for
unhealthy.
example. Healthy or unhealthy, come over to my apartment, look at my office, and let me know if it's unhealthy when you're like, whoa, this is cool.
I would do the same thing, but then I'd
Yeah.
sit back and I'd go, I don't have the time to do this. I appreciate what you've done. It won't happen for me too. So I will live vicariously through you.
I'll tell you, the bulk of that collection was made in a time where we all had time.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I still do love it. Yeah, it's again, I describe it as a gene and as a sickness. You know, it is both hereditary and something that should be
Nature
solved.
and nurture.
Should be solved. Yeah, truly.
Speaking of nurture, should
Yeah.
we go ahead and nurture this Jersey personal?
Well,
Blaze
if it
problem?
came in, we like to give it the day for the person to speak up.
true,
Yeah.
true,
These
true. I
were,
was just-
the ones we did earlier were from yesterday.
I was on a roll with these personals. I got
So we just
excited.
gotta let that nurture
All right.
throughout the day for Chris to
Chris,
hop in.
Chris McKnight, are you here? Are you related to Connor McKnight, who covers the White Sox?
Or you're related to Brian McKnight, who is an R&B singer from the late
Yes,
90s.
Yes. Which McKnight family is this? Is what we're asking.
So yeah, also I'm sure we're here nurturing these breaks. We're still 3 to go in that salsa quad, which is those are just 2 fun words to put together. Like,
Salsa
what's a salsa quad? Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go into my local. It is Taco Tuesday today, even though yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna go to my local Mexican restaurant and just ask for a taco or a salsa quad, and they're just gonna look at me like, "What is this man talking about?"
We got 3 salsas max, dude. I don't know where you want that 3rd salsa to come
Give
from.
me the salsa scale quad. And
We
if
got
there's not a
mild,
speed
medium, and
flex-
spicy. What do you want
and
from
if,
us?
And if there's not a speed flex in there, and they're like looking at me like, "What
man.
the heck is this man talking about?"
I would future April Fool's Day gag just to give every single one of our viewers an absolute heart attack. You know how they do those stadium nachos in the helmets?
Oh, oh my God, yes. Oh Lord. Hey guys, here's a ripped Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex that we just drenched the inside with nacho cheese sauce, a little bit of guac, some queso. What else we got in there? Pico de gallo.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh,
You
there's
guys wanna-
olives in there.
you guys-
I don't like the olives.
You guys want to
Can
eat
we
some
pick
chips
those
with
out?
us? We did put the shredded chicken and the pulled pork in there
Nice.
as well. So you got to
What's in the authentic? Is that just a whole helmet of elote? Heck
Yeah.
yeah, let's go. I'll eat all that corn.
my God.
I'll eat a whole authentic helmet worth of corn.
You got to have one of the ice cream helmets too. So
Oh, that's in the wrap.
right, yeah.
Or
yeah.
that's in the mini. You don't want too much ice
Can you
cream.
imagine how much ice cream you could fit in one of these things?
Too
Like,
much. Make you sick.
Way too
Be
much.
throwing up.
Oh yeah.
You get a tummy ache.
You need to share that with 17 different people. Like,
Let's go 18 deep
yeah.
on the Speed Flex ice cream.
And guys, no double dipping. You don't
A
get
new
sick.
spoon every time?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. You know how many spoons you'd go through? Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
spoon Flex.
Yeah. Holy moly.
We have gotten a little slap happy this
my.
morning here. Am I right? Oh, how y'all doing out there in chat world? Holler, holler at ya boys. UA in the AM. We love you. You love us. Let's
promise.
Let's nurture these. We got let's see, 7 to go in the double black and blue. Again, they're all speed flexes. 6 to go in the single vault. 7 to go in the single practice squad. 7 to go in the jersey. 7 to go in the minis. So, yeah, let us know. Let us know what you want to do, where you want our day to take us. Get to know our breakers here. What's this page? Have you seen this get to know our breakers page, Mike?
No, I have not. Am I on there?
I don't think any of us are going to be on
I don't
here.
think so, because I
It's
haven't
just
gotten my picture taken like that. yet.
Common, Stephen Ryan, Colin Rudisil, and Joe Aguilar.
I see
know
where
that
I
guy. I
stand.
work with that guy.
I see where we stand.
Oh, yeah, no, I see it. I see it. Common is a diehard sports fan, and he comes from the local sports TV background. His first love was soccer, but loves all sports. He has been with Ultimate Autographs that's outdated by this point, well outdated for over 2 years, and can be seen on most of our evening shows as the lead host. Chatting sports has always been a dream job for him, so working at Ultimate Autographs is the perfect fit. Thank you, Gary here. Cap Vault practice jerseys, please. Oh, recap Vault practice jerseys. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. It's better than recapping our coworkers. Let's see. Let's go in that order. Vault. Again, we're kind of putting the finishing touches on a lot of this stuff here, Gary. So in the Vault, we don't have either of these. Here's what we have left in the Vault. We got this Puka Nacua on the Rave Rep. And we have the Lawrence Taylor on the Camo Authentic. And then unlisted, or unphotoed, I should say, Philium Sims. Practice squad, who we have left here. This Ray Lewis on the purple authentic, those royal colors. Terrell Davis on this throwback alternate authentic. And we also still have the Mike Evans on the Flash Authentic and Bo Jackson on this licensed two-tone home and away Raiders jersey. And then lastly, speaking of jerseys, back to $28. Love to see that.
Yeah.
It's not our can't miss, but $28. Beautiful price point. Can't beat that. Dick Butkus, Jamar Chase, Emmitt Smith, Baker, the touchdown maker, Warren Full Moon,
Yeah.
Jim Kelly, and Randall Cunningham, in addition to Drew Bledsoe, Antonio Cromartie, and Robert Mathis. All still available in the jerseys. So Gary, I hope that helps. Hope that helps any decisions you're trying to make this morning. Let us know if you'd like us to cover anything else, or what you're trying to get after. Will the diamond be paired up? I feel like the Allen has been sitting for a while. Little peek behind the scenes. We've been vociferously told that Josh Allen will not be paired. So that's just going to have to go on its own merit.
I mean, I could see where they're coming from. I mean, I would say, like, if the Josh Allen gets pulled next out of the 5 boxes, then maybe those others.
As long
get
as that
paired,
Allen
but-
Speed Flex is still there, again, it's the best name we have on the board. And this ain't me. Moses, I know you've been throwing out some suggestions all morning, and I do love the suggestions.
I do,
certainly
yeah.
do.
I do see you.
I absolutely see your points, where you're coming from, 1,000%. But this one specifically, it was a very specific point was made to us. Hey, Stephen Ryan, a sport-loving fanatic that loves going to games, watching the games, and discussing sports with anybody and everybody. He also enjoys spending quality times with my friends and family. What? How does he know them? Stephen is very fond of playing video games, especially MLB The Show. He has been with Ultimate Autographs for over 2 years and loves it when the break room gets on a chase. As someone that buys in, I would be more than likely if those things happened. Yep. I don't disagree.
So, guys, what are we feeling right now? Are we feeling one final quad box break in this salsa series with 3 spots to go? Or are we feeling something a little bit more mild, like a jersey break? We saw a mini come out today. It was in a personal, but those ratios just got a little bit better, like I was mentioning earlier. The world is your oyster right now, as far as this break room goes.
What's the? Do you like oysters? You like
I
seafood?
don't think I've ever eaten oysters. I've eaten. What have I eaten? What are the ones that you like slurp up?
Oysters.
Okay, so I've eaten oysters. I don't dabble too much in seafood because I'm allergic to most seafood.
Oh no, like shellfish or
Whitefish, actually.
whitefish.
Yeah, but like
wow.
orange, I can't do orange roughy. Probably can't do cod. Can't do.
Yeah,
like
probably
anything-
can't do mahi.
Probably no, definitely no.
Yeah.
I can do shrimp. I can do calamari,
Okay.
camalucci, calamari.
Hey, trust me, I've gotten that before.
I can do shrimp, calamari, tuna.
Okay.
I can probably do crab and lobster and all that kind of stuff. I just don't. I
Yeah.
just don't want to tempt it. And then the other things I have tried are, I think it was mussels. Did I do a mussel? A mussel and clams. And I
Yeah.
can't remember. No, mussel and oysters. And I can't remember which one I liked more. I think it was the mussels. But the only reason I did it was because I was sitting at a table full of doctors. I got invited to a Christmas seafood party.
Oh, was this a Feast of the Seven Fishes?
No.
Okay.
And I do have Italian relatives that actually do that.
Yes.
So I've been to those, but like there's always other stuff that you could eat there too. So it's not just the fish. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna try any of this because I don't want to die. I don't have any like,
Yeah, I don't have an
I
EpiPen
don't have,
on me.
I don't have an EpiPen. I don't have Benadryl. Blah blah blah. They're like, you're sitting in a room full of doctors and like people. So like, go for it. And I'm like, when in Rome. When in Rome.
There's a bunch of doctors getting loaded saying, dude, let her rip.
We'll take care of you.
I gotcha.
Honestly,
That's so funny.
let it happen and throw me off the cliff later, Who cares? But, no, yeah, that was, yeah. So I experimented a little bit that night.
Was it a mussels marinara?
No, I don't know how it was prepared. 'Cause,
Okay.
like I said, I don't do fish all that
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
I do sushi, but there's like certain rolls that I know I can and can't do. So like I'll do Boston rolls. Fun fact, also allergic to sesame seeds. So
Whoa.
when I go get sushi, it has to be exactly the way it needs to be.
Dang.
Otherwise, Your boy ain't making it
Sesame
out.
seeds.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Wow.
actually used to be able to eat sesame seeds for a long time, and then one day out of
developed.
nowhere, it just developed, and I was breaking out and swollen lip.
You were
and
eating a Big Mac.
there was another time too. Yeah. No, it was actually a McDonald's
Whopper.
burger, but
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't a Big Mac. They had just put like the sesame seed bun on a regular burger because they must have ran out of
Sure,
whatever.
yeah.
So I'm eating it, and yeah, that was bad. But then there was another time too where I didn't know. Friends of mine we went to. I just told this story not too long ago. Friends of mine, we went to a Christmas themed haunted house, and I know
Okay.
you're haunt world. We went to a Christmas themed haunted house, and we had a friend that was supposed to come with us, and she got into an accident that night coming up from Indiana, and so she was in the ER. And we're like, oh my God, well, there's no way for us to get to her. So like the rest of the group is like sitting there waiting, and I'm like, all right, so we're still gonna go to the haunted house. You know, well, my mom will just take the other ticket, right? Well, thank goodness we had my mom with us, because my one buddy suggested, we were standing in line for a while and we all got hungry, and he's like, well, let's try some halal food. And I had never had it. I didn't know what tahini sauce was. I know what tzatziki sauce is, which
sure.
is cucumbers you get on
Yeah.
a gyro. I'm Greek, so I was like, yeah,
Right.
I've eaten that. So what is tahini? And I'm like looking it up, but like also we're like pulling up to this place already, and like everybody's ordering. I'm like, all right, we're on the fly. Let me just get something cool, whatever. I took like 3 bites. It was filled with tahini sauce. Tahini sauce is quite literally ground up sesame seeds. I took like 3 bites.
Dude.
I went to the ER that night. So now my friend and I are both in separate emergency rooms on the same night. It couldn't have been a worse night.
no.
This is the same friend that I was at her place for the seafood party. So my allergies are just spread all across
You're
this
just,
world.
in their eyes, you should just be a bubble boy.
I honestly, yeah. So I was quite literally dying, and the emergency room, they were like, "Thank God you made it here when you did, because your throat would have closed in the next 15 minutes." I was like, "Cool, that's great. That's a lot of fun.
What
Good times."
can I ask what the tahini sauce was on? Or like in?
It was in some kind of like wrap.
like
I
a
don't
falafel
even,
sandwich or something?
I don't even know what I ordered. I don't eat falafel a lot.
Yeah.
And well, no, it was. I'm sorry. It was shawarma.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it was in like some kind of a wrap.
Sure.
And I thought, well, hey, if the Avengers can go and eat shawarma, like so can I, right? And
Well, that's why they're
no,
superheroes, Michael.
absolutely not. So yeah, that was bad. It was tough.
I hope that doesn't put you off the shawarma, because you could definitely get that without tahini.
Maybe I'll give it a try in a couple of years.
Sure, sure.
When I have my
Yeah.
and I have an EpiPen.
I'll
that-
also
or
say, if you ever
Benadryl.
do have the chance to get up on some halal guys, you know, again, you can get it without the tahini.
Yeah,
That's good. Here's
yeah.
what you do. Double check the ingredients. But that white sauce, ooh, buddy.
Well, I think that's what that is, though, isn't it?
No.
the white sauce is different
They're
from the-
like proprietary white sauce.
Oh, okay.
So many calories, so bad for you. It's so
Yikes.
good. And their hot is very hot. All right, we are at 10:53 here. We're looking to sign off at 11 o'clock, unless some wild hairs go up some butts here in the chat room. So here we go. Ooh, I like that.
I appreciate you, Moses, trying to help us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You know what? Don't think that we're just putting your ideas down now and it's not going to get brought back up later. Because I will tell you, if stuff doesn't move like it is this morning, later on in the day, which is probably not likely going to be the case, people will wake up, things will start to move. That's why I say get your spots now. What I will say is, some of those ideas that you threw in here will definitely for sure be considered. Like I said with the diamonds, if the Allen does get pulled and we still have boxes left,
that'll
you
probably
know
get
us. Yeah, we probably would pair that, but cannot confirm at the moment.
But officially, you can blame Josh Allen for us not pairing the diamonds.
Yeah, man.
If you run into him on the street, you can let him know, hey, man, this isn't about any fantasy gripes. This isn't about a bet I made.
And for taking Haley
You're
Steinfeld
the
too.
reason. You're the reason.
I'm still not
that
over that.
diamond won't get paired, Josh Allen. And also, just speaking from a personal standpoint, still pretty wet behind the ears here at Ultimate Autographs, because still greenhorns, so to speak. So, you learn a lot by doing, you learn a lot by not doing. I'm still seeing how all these things fully work in concert with each other. We got 9 series on the board right now. It's just so much as it is.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll let someone with more experience make that call, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll probably still play it a little bit more conservatively when it comes to, you know, getting loosey goosey with
Right.
some of the stuff we got going on here. That's just where I am in my breaking journey. So I appreciate everyone taking these steps with us here in the Ultimate Autographs break room.
Yeah.
Because these the breaks. Them's the breaks for you know, for the actual breaks and for us here in the room. You know, let us know though. What else you guys got in mind? Who else you'd you know? I don't know. What do you kind of want to see? Let's I mean, again, a lot of these series are starting to wind down between Salsa, Minis, Practice Squad, Black and Blue, Vault. I mean, that was 5 I just listed off right there. As soon as I keep refreshing, if I can close something, but nothing's closed. But nothing's close. Yeah, well, I mean, technically, the Salsa Quad is close, but
You can help it. You can help it along the way.
but I know what you're saying though, Jared. But again, the only way something will get close is by a spot being sold.
Yep.
You buy that first spot, or you buy that second or third spot. Yeah.
Hold on here.
What happened?
We just closed the jerseys with someone buying 7 spots. See, guys, this
There
is
you
what
go.
we're talking about. Don't wait on this because it may look like, oh, there's 7 spots to go. And then somebody comes in, buys all 7. This happens to be Daniel Brunkenhofer. Daniel, very nicely done, my man. We'll get you in that jersey break along with the first spot being taken by Larry Rush. So a jersey break coming up, guys. Look at that. It quite literally is that easy.
And it can happen that quickly. I'm like full on ready to like sign off
Close it
here.
up over here, yeah.
And then this maniac comes out of nowhere.
He wants his jersey. 7
Daniel
spots for Daniel.
Brunkenhofer. My goodness gracious. So Larry Rush or Daniel Brunkenhofer, please, for the jersey single number 6. Please drop me 1 box number for the 6th jersey break in cover 2 jerseys. Please drop me 1 or a wheel request. A real wheel request. Let me know. Those jersey numbers should be scrolling along now, as you can see, right under Mike's mouse hand. Where's our jerseys? They're coming around the mountain. They'll be coming around the ticker when they come. There they are. I'll give it until our logo eats those jersey numbers. Till I go to the wheel. Jerseys are out of 30 these days. All right. Here it comes. Yum. All right. Going to the wheel. Box number. What box do you think it is?
I'm thinking a deeper number. 19?
Lower.
13?
Nailed it.
Oh.
All right. Got that updated.
Lucky or unlucky, however you guys want to look at it.
Oh, let's go to the randomizer. It's not a personal, although it almost was. We're randomizing 6 times. And 6. There we go. Daniel, you are dominating the NFC from north to south, east, and west. Then Larry, you're in the AFC North. And then Daniel, closing out the rest of the AFC Southeast and West. There it is. What's going on here? Why are you not playing ball? Come on. There we go. We love formatting, don't we, kids? Well, Ty said, here comes the Jamar Chase.
Could be.
Could be.
And you know
Box
what?
number
If you were looking
13.
for that Jamar Chase and you didn't get in there because you thought, oh, well, there's 7 whole spots up. Guess what, guys?
It's closer.
Yeah. Guess
That
what?
wasn't me making fun of you, Jared.
One order, boom, done.
Not the Chase, though we are getting a secondary headliner
Ooh.
off there. Good old defensive lineman here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh.
Roberto Mathis. Robert Mathis here in the AFC South. There we go. Oh, where is the... There it is. JSA certified. I knew it was in there somewhere. James Spence on the Robert Mathis Indianapolis Colts autographed jersey there. Him, Dwight Freeney, really held it down on what was more or less an overshadowed defense, I feel like. I feel like those old, those Peyton Manning Colt teams had some sneaky good defenses. You know, better than they were ever really given credit for.
Yeah.
So, Robert Mathis, Daniel, cashing in that dub there
Very
in the
nice.
AFC South. That Jamar Chase still up there. All right, let's leave enough room for this last name on the tag.
Headliners are just coming out of this jersey series.
Well, it just goes to show. It's a
lot of headliners to be had.
It pays off to get in early.
9 still, yeah.
Do for... There we go. Well, unless anyone wants to surprise us with any more breaks getting bought out all at once, this will probably be it here for us in the 9 a.m., UA in the AM. It is 11:02 here in the Ultimate Autographs break room with Mike and myself rocking it out on a Tuesday morning like we do. Thank you all so much for the chat, the conversation, the company, the breaks that were bought into, the spots that were sold. Much appreciated as always. Love y'all. Thanks always to our support staff here at Ultimate Autographs. And thank you, Mike, for the great banter today and the chit chat. Good stuff, man.
That was good.
Always love our conversations here in the morning.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows when and where else you may find us popping up on these UA channels. Keep it locked on the socials if you aren't already following us there: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Of course, you're watching us here on either Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Please subscribe to us. Follow us on Twitch. Hit that bell if you're watching on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook so you never miss any of the action coming to you from the live UA break room here in Chicagoland, Illinois. For Mike, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm glad we got that final jersey break in there.
Felt good.
But yeah, other
Felt
than
good.
that, guys, get ready for that noon show. There's going to be probably more people here in the chat. So get your spots now. Don't wait for them to steal them on you. Look at what just happened with the jerseys. Could be the Jamar Chase coming next.
There we go. Mike, thank you again. For Mike, this is Rip signing off. Have a great day. Keep it locked.